Radiant team pick.
战斗shaman.
Dire team pick.
Vengeful spirit.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Ah, gue cek. Kunci kontrakan. Mau dibenerin.
Radiant
Mau
team
tukangnya.
ban.
Morphling.
Oke.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Points away.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Monkey King.
Choose your hero. Prepare
There
for
we go.
battle.
Sorry, Dota TV people, for not talking during the draft. Should be able to hear me now. Okay, so let's have a look at how these lanes are going to pan out. We have Hoppy as well as Godlike. They're going to be having a great time together in this top lane.
missing needle!
30 seconds to battle.
Oh, I feel better already.
With gratitude.
All right.
The battle begins.
No one does this to me.
In flames. Neutralize. No, 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 no. Denied.
Terus. Manchester United Indonesia. Asyam.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Don't kill the messenger.
Back to the impurities. not been denied.
No, don't think so.
Death tied to the impurities.
Excellent.
Radiant structures are fortified.
At least I truly lived.
Backwash. The rune of haste.
Dire are
Captured in the
scanning.
flame. Oh, impurities! You made the bedrock. Now die. Chained in searing heat. Denied.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
All part of the plan.
My ancestors welcome me.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Thank these embers well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Nothing will stand in my way.
My spark fades.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There is no pleasure in this.
What's the opposite of regicide?
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This'll come in handy.
Are linked.
This'll come in handy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Illusion.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I don't believe it.
Triple kill!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Dead in the water.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Bonded, you and I.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Behold, my searing gaze.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
You and I. That muddies the water. 1,000 of your kind have fallen before me. Captured in the flames.
A little something extra?
For the end. Never
Dire are
refuse gold
scanning.
given.
Where did you come from?
My goddess wished you dead.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Be ensnared in fire. Double damage empowers me. The lesson was run. Yes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen
I
into
have
the
claimed
Radiant.
immortality.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A tool to teach.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Unnatural death.
I was defeated by them?
Maybe tell the next time.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
The embers still burn. Shame. Unstoppable. A tithe to the impurities. Look out for fallen rocks.
Fall.
I did not think it was possible.
Reviled. Invisibility. Your place is here. Fear not your death.
Dire's top shrine is under attack. Dire's top shrine has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Your place is here.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
My searing gaze.
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Bonded, you and I.
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Be ensnared in fire.
Monster kill.
Dire's bottom barracks are under
To
attack.
see.
I always come back for more.
Radiant victory. Dire team ban.
Okay, here we are. So everyone,
Radiant
welcome
team
back to this
ban.
best of 3 PJ Barracx versus NCGC. Game number 1
Dire
saw
team
PJ
ban.
Barracx win the lanes
Radiant team
and then
ban.
go on to stomp the rest of the game. It just didn't look like the Dire side were able to do anything. Young God on his Morphling, unfortunately not able to get enough farm to be able to take the game for the side of the
Dire
Dire or
team
really
ban.
put up any sort of meaningful defense. So let's have a look at these bans. They're looking
10
very
seconds
similar to
remaining.
game number 1. With that Bane Juggernaut ban
5
from
seconds
PJ
remaining.
Barracx. And the Enigma Bounty Hunter. Are they going to mix it up though? Last thing I think Dire banned was Nature's Prophet last game.
Radiant team
Let it get
ban.
through this time. No, there we go. There's the Nature's Prophet ban. And there's what did the Radiant ban? I can't quite remember.
Dire team
My head.
pick.
Oh, it was that Undying. Okay, so the bans are the same from both sides for this first stage. But Dire, are they going to open with their Tiny again? Are they confident enough in Pilos Dotes Tiny? Trying to pronounce players'
10
names that I
seconds
don't
remaining.
is difficult, but I try it.
5 seconds remaining.
So it seems they haven't insta-picked the Tiny. That's what happened last time.
Radiant team pick.
And no, they've thought about it, and they think the Tiny was not the issue.
Radiant team.
So they're
Dire
going
team
back for it.
Oracle.
So Oracle, are they going to choose the same thing? Yes, they are. Oracle, Ember Spirit. Barracx, they say, you choose the same opening, we choose the same opening. Now, Dire, are they going to pick an assassin? Are we going to have an exact repeat of the previous draft? Because
10
I don't think the
seconds
Tiny
remaining.
Ember Spirit lane mid is what lost it for the Dire.
5
It was just the
seconds
rotations of
remaining.
Barracx and their fighting in the lanes was just so much cleaner.
Dire team ban.
League's assassin.
And the next assassin for unknown. Drafted, it's looking a lot like Deja Vu. I assure you guys, this is a new game. You are
10
not watching a
seconds
repeat.
remaining. 5 seconds
Radiant
remaining.
team ban.
Dire team ban.
The Atwantavara and the Trollman. So the Radiant, last time they banned the Life Stealer when the Dire banned the Razor. So if the Dire ban the Razor, expect to see the Radiant ban the Life Stealer. Just, are they actually going to give us 2 games with the exact same draft? This is absolutely
10
crazy to
seconds
me.
remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
But they are taking their time. They're maybe thinking about something a bit different. They realize whatever they did last game didn't quite work out. 50 seconds remaining for the reserve time for the Dire. The Dire, obviously, NCGC.
Radiant team ban.
So they ban out Hoppy's Leshrac. Okay.
Radiant team pick.
So the bans are different, at least for the Dire side. You can tell it's a different game at long last by banning out Hoppy's Leshrac. They think that was the problem. However, Barracx, they do ban out the Life Stealer, so they haven't changed anything up at all.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Barracx thinking about what to pick. They can't go for Happy's Leshrac like they did last game, so we'll probably see him on a different 4 position, or almost certainly. Good 4 positions are Rubik, Tusk, we've been seeing a bunch of. I don't know if Happy plays the Darkseer, but you know, you could go... Sorry, I mean Earth Spirit, because you could go Earth Spirit, Darkseer. Darkseer, obviously a good combination with that Ember Spirit. He flame guards. You give him that Iron Shell. You have that double damage over time. But it looks like they're going to put him on the Shadow Shaman. Just a lot of disable. Not quite that tower pushing off cooldown of the Leshrac and his Diabolic Edict. But you do get pushed with your Serpent Walls.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Dire really taking their time now.
Radiant
Thinking about
team
what to pick.
Winter Wyvern.
And this is where it mixes up. They're taking the Winter Wyvern, a big team fight hero. But I honestly, I'm not a massive fan of this Wyvern at this point in time for 2 reasons. 1, PJ Barracx have so much magical damage. You're not able to save anyone with your
10 seconds remaining.
your Cold Embrace. It's not going to help.
5
They have Ether
seconds
Shock. They have
remaining.
Purifying Flames. They have so much magical damage to go through when you try to save someone. And at the moment, they haven't taken a massive physical damage hero. So none of them are going to die in the course of the Winter's Curse either. So I really hope you're setting up for a something big after that Winter's Curse. And we'll see if that happens when they pick up that offlaner. Right?
Dire team pick.
Night Stalker.
But here's something a bit different for the side of PJ Barracx. They're going for the Night Stalker. I guess his ability to be able to fly and pursue that Winter Wyvern. Just what they're looking for. Also, the silence and the instant silence on top of the tiny. I'm really curious to see how
10
this Night Stalker does.
seconds
Obviously,
remaining.
it's seen a bit of success. But it's not
5
an everyday
seconds
pick
remaining.
or ban. But it is honestly always fun to watch. His 5-minute mark will... How his 5 to 10 minute, the first nighttime goes, that's really going to determine how this game is going to go for the Night Stalker. And I assume it's going to be played by Godlike as well. No Vengeful Spirit for him this time.
Radiant team ban.
Ursa Warrior.
The pick into the Ursa. Okay. Ursa obviously should lane well versus the Night Stalker. even probably into that 5-minute mark because Night Stalker's trying to fight up against you, but honestly, you don't mind turning, putting some fairy swipes on.
10
So I like that
seconds
Earth
remaining.
pickup. I think it's gonna do good work there.
5 seconds remaining.
So we're into the final bans. And look at the dire side. They have almost no reserve time left. They have to ban almost instantaneously. And then pick as well. I hope they know what they're going for. We can assume the
Dire
Earth's safe
team
lane.
ban.
Might send the tiny back mid. I like the ban of the Doom. Obviously a very effective hero versus the Ember Spirit. Forcing him to get a Lincoln's eventually. But yeah, at the moment they don't seem to have the control that they had last time for this Ember Spirit. So you need an offlaner who offers some control, I assume. So maybe a
10
Centaur?
seconds remaining. 5
We don't see a lot of
seconds
Axe
remaining.
anymore. Beastmaster maybe? So they ban out the Monkey King. They don't want to let that Ifrit's Monkey King through last time. So we can assume it's going to be a melee offlaner. Are they going to go back for the Pangolin? It's still in the draft if they want it. 20 seconds. We'll have our answer.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Dragon Knight.
No, they're going for the Dragon Knight. Okay, so I think this tells us that the Tiny is probably an offlane Tiny. So they're mixing up where things are going and going for the mid Dragon Knight. I like the choice of the mid Dragon Knight just because he does have that long disable. Fairly tanky, so even though you do have all this magic damage, hopefully he'll be able to sustain
10
through it
seconds remaining.
with his Dragon's Blood. I assume we'll see him go Blink. BKB,
5
he shouldn't get a
seconds
Shadow Blade
remaining.
because they have a Nyx Assassin. I like that, actually. It offers the control that they need of the
You
Ember
may
Spirit.
now select your heroes.
But Razor not banned out for the dire side and gonna be taken here. That Razor, one of the few people who's able to dominate the Dragon Knight in that. Wow. Again, I just think you have to give this draft to PJ Barracx. But I wish NCGC luck. I always love seeing a game number 3. That might not be the case this time. I'm not. I like the rapiers on Ember Spirit, obviously, but I'm not so sure about this headpiece. I feel it does look a bit weird.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
We see the Oracle with his immortal. Oh, he doesn't have the big Night Stalker with. Someone should really gift that to Godlike if he wins. Let's have a look at the cosmetics here. Does have the Ursa claws, but nothing else seems to really stand out for me. It's a bog standard Nyx Assassin. You can tell the difference in the quality of the teams between the quality of their cosmetics. Because cosmetics just say how invested you are in the game with virtual goods. We are taking a second to get into the game here. Being it any second. So everyone, welcome to game number 2 of this best of 3. in the MDL
Prepare for battle.
Disneyland SEA Open Qualifiers. The winner of this has one more best of 3 before they are able to make it to the main qualifiers for this Disneyland major. PJ Barracx, an up-and-coming SEA team. But if they're able to make it to these major qualifiers, we'll see if they're able to hang with the big dogs of Mineski and Fnatic. Let's have a look at this ward placement. This does block the pull camp,
To battle.
taking that ability away from the Dire side, so that so he's not going to be able to manipulate his creep wave. And that should give the Night Stalker the ability to farm not under the Ursa. Worth noting, they have all 3 of their heroes top. Well, both of their supports and their core top. So it looks like they might be trying to set up a first blood if they can find a Winter Wyvern by himself, let's say. But we do have another pause coming out just to let Azure disconnect and reconnect. Azure has reconnected. So let's have a look at what is going on here. Puppy has a ward. He hasn't placed it down. But I think if they find the Ursa, he might be too tanky for them to actually initiate. But actually, with Azure coming out to this top lane, I think it will be possible. They're contesting this tomb. They're definitely going to have the bottom roof Dire. Long channel there by Spaceman, but retreating on the Ursa means he's not going to get initiated on. So he's just going to make it back to his mid lane, hopefully get a block at some point in time. But it doesn't really matter too much about the block when you have 2 melee heroes against you. Oh, and actually, sorry, I thought they were going to be laning... I didn't think about this, but I really thought they'd lane the Razor versus the Dragon Knight. But they're actually still putting the Ember Spirit mid. Okay, so they're sending Ifrit because they're trying to get Ifrit versus the Razor, but we see these musical lanes happening as Young God rotates bottom. But Happy, he scouted out that Young God to rotate bottom. So I wouldn't be surprised actually if we see Ifrit end up in the bottom lane. But Ursa, remember, he did walk here, so if Razor does TP bottom, Ursa will just... That's the game of musical lanes for you guys.
No gold for you.
So it seems they have managed to get the Ursa versus the Night Stalker. This is what they were hoping to do. Can assume from the side of NCGC. And I'm very curious to see how this Ember Spirit DK matchup goes. I just, once he gets a few points into Dragon's Blood, I don't think there's enough damage to be able to... I don't think either of them has kill potential in the other. If Ifrit's stealing a tiny bit of damage from Nico. It's not very much because it's only level 1 with the static link. And actually a tiny, just because he's one of those heroes with very large base attack. He's one of the few who doesn't quite mind getting static link in these early stages. I mean, of course, you'd rather not give your damage over to the Razor, but it's not as disastrous as in other lanes. HPL here, just trying to muck with the farming, and obviously we missed first blood in the top lane. I didn't expect it to happen. It looks like Unknown hits his Impale with the help of the Avalanche of Nico, and they're able to kill the Razor. Forgive me for missing first blood. I'll try to not do it again. At least in this series. Well, mid lane is a bit in favor of the DK, but there is this big creep wave for Azure to farm up.
All mine.
Worth noting that Razor has taken that point into the unstable current. So when Nyx Assassin does get that spike carapace, he'll have a very easy setup stun on the Razor whenever this is off cooldown. Over here on the bottom lane, they're chasing down Godlike. They have the slow from the Wyvern. They're building up the sack. Another slow. It's nice work using the Spin Blast off the creep wave. And this is why they wanted the Ursa versus Night Stalker. An easy kill there for Young God, just with the slows of his Winter Wyvern, allowing him to pursue this Night Stalker during daytime. If that was nighttime, he might have been able to run away, but certainly not in day. Night Stalker maybe, but more like day Dire or day Barefoot, whichever one you want. They are pinging out Ifrit. He does have that level in the Spike Carapace. So in 4 seconds, he will get that guaranteed setup stun if he wants to use it. Spike Carapace. Oh, I really thought he'd use the Spike Carapace. But look at this. They're holding it in place. They're taking a lot of damage away from the Tiny. But with the Avalanche toss into the Spike Carapace, do they have enough damage? He's already stolen 100 damage here on Ifrit. You need to be really careful, Spike Carapace. They need one more hit, and he's going for it, looking for him in the trees. I take it back. It's going to be 2 more hits, trying to hold him back with Satan, but it's not great enough. And Ifrit takes the second tumble. All the meanwhile, they do manage to clear up the Nyx Assassin in return with the help of Spaceman. Spaceman, he's been stealing these kills the whole time, and he has Purifying Flames. The Avalanche toss, it's not going to be enough. He does need to be careful. Channels the Fortune's End, but not able to get the second Purifying Flames. So Tiny is going to be able to walk away and actually heal up from that.
Bottom tower is under attack.
This top lane not going well for PJ Barracx. And, okay, sorry. He just denied himself on the Shadow Shaman. If we have a look, he spent all his mana and then sacrificed himself to the tower. But this top lane really going badly for Ifrit. I didn't expect this. They see Nico. He denies himself to the tower himself. Hoppy tried TPing in for the experience, but didn't get there quite in time. So they see Spaceman in this bottom lane. He has successfully managed to get this pull, but Young God is here farming up, contesting. And Azure pretty low. They don't have the stun, but they do have Breathe Fire. Oh, playing it very close to the edge. No points in his bottle. He's going to have to bring out a salve. And we're coming up to the 5-minute mark. Let's see what happens with those bounty runes and whether Godlike is able to make anything happen. So it seems that it's going to be 3 bounty runes for the side of the Dire. NCCG, they are doing a lot better in this game number 2. They seem to be winning pretty much the lanes. And I didn't have my CF sorted. I don't know how that happened. Over here, under the tower, they managed to catch Ifrit. It's unstable current. It does hit the Spike Carapace. And another easy kill. It looks like they managed to get the toss back to get him under tower. And Ifrit, he's just gone down 3 times. Things not going well for him. It is the night time, so they're going to have to respect Godlike a tiny bit in this bottom lane.
Dire are scanning.
Nico just having a wonderful time in this top lane. He might not have... sorry about that. Might not have the best CS, but he surely is winning in those kills. So if we have a look at his net worth, he's doing well. But over here in the mid lane, they're trying to bring down Pillar Stones, but they get the kill on Azure instead. Unknown, they didn't even need his rotation. Great rotation of the Wyvern to this mid lane, and we can have a look at what happened there. Just taking a bunch of right clicks and not respecting it, a Breathe Fire, and then some damage from the Winter Wyvern. This dragon, too powerful. Unknown, he does have an invis rune if he wants to set up here on Huppy, but they finally rotated Godlike, but it's Godlike, his rotation is not going to be enough. The Avalanche toss Shadow Shaman, as soon as he comes down, he is dead, and now Godlike, he's trying to fight this, but he does need to be careful. They rotate Azure, he does have his level 6, but he is the Spike Carapace. He is going to be able to get the kill on Nico, I think so. Definitely with that side fist, a nice double impale. Godlike very low, but Unknown not wanting to commit forward any further. Huppy, he's now gone to this mid lane to try and soak up some of the experience against this Dragonite, but at the moment it is 2k ahead for the side of NCGC. Who would have expected this after watching last game? Ifrit finally matched up against the Ursa. I think this is the lane they were going for initially, side of PJ Barracx. But Nico, slow down. They have the avalanche. They have the toss into the spike carapace. But do they have enough damage? They don't really have any more follow-up. And he's just so fast. The Hex coming out from Huppy is going to save the life of Godlike. Spaceman complaining of a bit of lag. And Ifrit disconnects. Only soon to reconnect. Does need to be careful here with Godlike if he gets too aggressive. They do have the toss as well as the avalanche soon. Oracle has reconnected. Now we're just waiting for Ifrit. PJ Barracx, for a very good team, they do need a tiny bit more stable internet. They seem to be suffering from lag a lot. Is this a hangover from Rondo of Atos used to slow? Where that's interesting. Oh, actually, it looks like Spaceman rotated top to try and be able to save Godlike as well. But they did need more than one. Huppy was enough for them. Now, Pillows don't. He does have remnants, but he's the one who's lower. This Dragonite, with the 2 points of Dragonbond, has more than enough sustain. And once he gets a point in that Dragon Tail, this Ember Spirit does need to be careful about manning up. Avalanche off, but not taking any magic damage thanks to that Fate Edict. And now they're holding the Tiny in position, but do they have the ability to kill him with Fortune's End on cooldown? Unfortunately, I don't think so. But they are pursuing for more in this top lane. Unknown, he's making his way through the trees, and he is going to be just fine. But they do see Azure. If he wants to go diving through the tower, there's the Fortune's End, and here we go. Going in with the DD, but eating the Avalanche toss. That has managed to get rid of Flame God, but it's not going to be quite enough. Nico, he doesn't have Searing Chains, but he does have a sleight of this in 30 seconds. Nico, he jukes them all out. Azure, he's under the tower, farming the creeps. But there you go. He sees where he is, I think, with the Remnant going out. Or Remnant doesn't provide vision. I can't remember if Remnant provides vision. Either way, I just don't think he wanted to die for it. They have vision where they are with the Avalanche, but not able to get close enough because the creep's blocking them in. So we're not going to see a toss. And look at this, every time I have a look at this mid lane, it seems like there's someone else laning versus the Dragonite. They have Huppy, they have the slow. Do they have enough damage? They have the shackles. Godlike, he only has 3 points in the Dragon's armor, but they need a tiny bit more magic damage, and they just don't have the burst. They have the slow Ether Shock in 1 second. He has it, and he's able to take the kill. That's a big kill there on Huppy. But all the meanwhile, in the bottom lane, they were killing off Ifrit. Once again, Ifrit, I think that's his 4th death this game. 4-0-1. This is one very, very poor Razor.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Young God, he's escaping, has lost 42 health. He does need to be careful of this level 2 unstable current, but with the rotation in from Nico, Ifrit knows how this goes. He was in the top lane long enough. But remember what happens when he tries to fight up against Nico.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Now,
attack.
10 minutes. It felt like the first nighttime ineffective against the Night Stalker. Over here, they managed to get another kill on Unknown. But the Bounty Runes, it looks like it was a 2-for-2, and I'm missing kills all over the map. They do manage to hunt down the Winter Wyvern with the Night Stalker ultimate. You might be able to fly like a dragon, but so can I. And he's found Young God. Would he be able to kill him? He is fast in Night Game. He does use the ultimate, and there's nothing to cancel that TP because he used his abilities already on the Night Stalker. Azure, he's fighting up against his Dragonite. I don't think he can win this fight. They are rotating in the Night Stalker, but his ultimate, it is going to fade off. And now he's very slow. He needs to be careful. They do have the Flame Guard that they haven't been managed to break down. And with the rotation in of Spaceman, will they be able to get the kill? The physical damage is not quite enough. He's jumping Remnant, and the Sleight of Fist. What great play there by Azure. Godlike tanking the tower hits for his Ember Spirit, and they are able to kill off this Dragonite in the mid lane. And all the meanwhile, they lost the Razor again. I think that was probably in the bottom lane. Yes, it was, to Nico and Unknown. So things a lot more eventful this game. We're seeing kills everywhere. This game's seeing a lot more even, but still a 2k advantage for the side of NCGC. We're going to switch over to net worth, and you can actually see that young god. This is where he wanted to be last game, at the top of the net worth. He's actually built a Midas and Spaceman with no level 6. You might be able to hold the Ursa in place, but not for very long as he pops that enrage and is able to get away. Winter Wyvern didn't see the Shaman in time, so no Winter's Curse to hold him in position. Unknown, level 7 to level 9 of Ember. He's really not that far behind. So then he's actually more than able to hold this tower with the threat of the Impale as well as Spike Carapace versus this Ember Spirit. Like the fifth steering change, they are both hit by the Spike Carapace and Unknown. He's going to try and retreat away. Nico has his Blink Tag actually, but the toss back is unsuccessful. Hits a creep instead of the Ember Spirit. That's not the reveal of the Blink Dagger that you were looking for there in this mid lane. So with his Flame Card, that's an easy Spike Carapace done. They do have the Avalanche, great timing, waiting all the time, but Slice of Fist irritates. It doesn't connect on an Unknown. That might have been a kill. And look at this, he just manages to get that Arcane Rune, refill his bot on. He's going to be just fine on the Ember Spirit. Godlike, he has managed to get a bit of time to recover, but things really not looking that good for the side of PJ Barracx. You can see the top 2 net worth are the cores coming out from NCGC. Night Stalker pops his ultimate again to pursue over Unknown. Spike Carapace are already used, and Huppy sniping the kills again. It doesn't matter what hero he plays, but he will get those kills. Azur with the Flame Guard as well as the Searing Change. Is he able to go on? But look, they're diving the backline. They find the Winter Wyvern. He's silenced, so he's not able to go off his ultimate. And left all by himself is that Dragon Knight. It looks like they realize he's quite tanky. They don't want to pursue this, and they're committing to this tier 1 tower. Nico has the Blink Dagger as well as the full Avalanche toss. They're both level 4. So if he's able to find someone squishy like the Shadow Shaman, he should be able to blow them right up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But all the meanwhile, Young God, he's just been totally untouched.
Dire's top tower is
Able to farm with his Midas, and he'll have the second Blink Dagger for the side of NCGC very soon. So let's follow Unknown. His Nyx Assassin. It wasn't able to achieve match in the last game, but he's going for a Midas this time. The game, they realize it's not as dire as last time. They're able to scale a bit further. They're going to have 2 Midases. And I think when this goes late game, Ember Spirit obviously is very powerful. But I feel Razor and Ember Spirit will fall off versus this Dragon Knight Ursa. But we'll see if that is left to be decided. The smoke up from PJ Barracx. They see Unknown, they throw down the sentry almost instantaneously, and that's going to be an easy kill on Unknown. HPL has he overextended Sleight of Fist. It's still on cooldown. He's not going to be able to get the Sleight of Fist Searing Chains. And with the Dragon form, they are able to claim this tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. But Spaceman's still pursuing. This ward will be dewarded fairly soon. They do see it going to use... Actually doesn't have a Quelling Blade, but just farming the ward there on the Ursa. An easy 100 gold, instantly denied. But they're still looking for more. They don't have wards up here, but Huppy, he manages to get the Hex, but there's going to be no Shackles follow-up. They do use the Oracle Ultimate, but it doesn't mean you can't build up stats or Furry Swipes on top of him, but the silence sits onto both of them. Sitting on the high ground is the Winter Wyvern going for the fight. They've got the Cold Embrace, but we've talked about this before. There's more than enough magic damage to be able to kill people off. So the Oracle fighting up against the Dragon Knights on this high ground. Godlike, he's tangoing with the rest of the side of NCGC, but will they be able to catch him? He actually pops the ultimate to be able to fly to the high ground. They miss the Breathe Fire, and I think this Night Stalker, he might be able to TP away to safety. So the ultimate, it does save him, unless... No. Blink Dagger, not there. He goes for the Avalanche, but he's not going to catch it. So a bit of a scrappy tumble. They do lose the Ellis, who was the net worth leader. But over here, Ifrit, he's stunned up by Azur. He's TP's in, able to help. He's going for Unknown. He knows there's no Spike Carapace for 2 seconds. Are they able to kill him? Go forward, but with the Spike Carapace. And he slept up into the Cold Embrace, fighting up against this Ifrit. He needs to be careful. They have the Shackles onto Tiny. They do manage to kill off Unknown. But Ifrit, it looks like he might be next, but he's more than happy to fight up against it. Nico with the top into the air. They still haven't managed to kill Ifrit. This man, he's so tanky. Nico, they just need one more touch damage and they do bring him down. Ifrit, he's been cursing them this entire time. Young God, he's popped his ultimate. Azure, he has Sleight of Fist, but no searing chains. But Ifrit, he should get the slow 1 second with the unstable current. Is he going to be able to walk away? It doesn't look like it. But Young God, he's probably going to have to pay for that. With the Sleight of Fist, he does manage to get it, and now Pillar Stones, he's at his shrine, but they have 3 heroes here. The next assassin is respawning. He's gone into the dragon form. They have a stun, the spike carapace, as well as the impale. Is there enough damage? He's not taking any magic damage thanks to that embrace, but he did manage to make it to low ground his spirit. It left him on the high ground, and now he has to try and get away. They do have the stun. Do they have enough magic damage? The Oracle ultimate saving him. Azure, it feels like he's been chased all the way across the map. And now zoning Spaceman. They have the avalanche, but the Sleight of Fist tossed into the air. Will they bring down Azure with another stun? They'll finally get their man. Spaceman, he's trying to retreat, but I don't think he'll be able to get away. The Split Blast, it doesn't connect on Spaceman, but the Impale most certainly does. Avalanche tossed forward. Winter Wyvern being used as a projectile. So that fight went on for a long time and ends up in a 3-for-4 trade. They just weren't able to kill the Dragonite, and in fact, he kills his counterpart of the Ember Spirit. What a fight.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Illusion.
So Pillars Don'ts. He has 4k saved up. Is he building a Radiance? We have seen this before from Dragonites as he goes to the secret shop, and yes, is a Radiance Dragonite. Okay, I haven't seen this one for a while. I thought he was going to build a Blink Dagger just so that he's able to initiate and follow up with the rest of the team, but it looks like he really wants to scale on this Dragonite. I guess just with all the gold, he hadn't committed to it in his quick buy, but now with that relic, most certainly Radiance is going to be there in the future for this Dragonite in honestly about 600 gold. So the second smoke up of the game for PJ Barracx. Their smoke breaks from Young God on the high ground, so they're not able to get any catch with that. So smoke kind of wasted time that could have been spent farming for this Ember Spirit. But he is going to TP to top lane, push out the wave. And he left the Remnant if he feels the need to rejoin his team. Nico sitting in the trees having a much more successful tiny appearance than his mid laner did last time on Pillar Stones. But they do have the Ursa. He does have a Blink Dagger. He doesn't have any lifesteal, which will make taking Roche a bit difficult. But with this DK level 2 ultimate, it looks like they want to commit to this tier 1 tower, but Huppy looking for the catch is not going to be able to get it. This tower is now in deny range if they want to deny the mid tier 1. But usually you want to leave that tower on unless it's definitely going to fall because it's such a big access point to your jungle. Good warding here from the side of the PJ Barracx. They have realized where the side of NCGC are. The level 4 Sleight of Fist and Searing Chains, it does connect onto Unknown, but he's not the person you want to be connecting on. You really want to be getting a bigger kill than that. Again, Young God, this man, he just feels like he's an absolute uncontested free from being able to use his Midas whenever he wants it. We're coming up to the 20-minute mark. They think someone might get a bit too aggressive for it. The Radiant Scan, it does connect. They have a feel that's Young God's there. They'll know he's on the high ground, but he does see the Shadow Shaman. Spaceman able to zone him back, but on this bottom lane, they have found Godlike, but here's Ifrit as well. They have vision for him, and he instantly goes down that silence, so not able to use the Spike Carapace. That's a very big kill for them. Ifrit able to recover now. Does have that Rod of Atos, giving them a bit more catch for the side of the Radiant, something it felt like they were lacking in their draft, at least until Shadow Shaman gets a Blink Dagger. Ifrit running away. Young God reveals his blitz. He realizes where Ifrit is, but he's able to use the Enrage to get out of the Atos, and he actually did manage to get the Static Link in time. So with the rotation of Nico and Young God, they kill off Ifrit once again. Ifrit been having such a rough game at 0-7-6. Pillar Stones doesn't have his ultimate, but they are able to claim the Dire Tower. He has his Radiance completed as well. So these squishy supports need to be careful about fighting up against this DK. It takes a long while to kill. They have the Avalanche, they have the Toss, but do they have the follow-up? Unfortunately for Unknown, he's not in there with the Spike Carapace or the Impale. This is what we talked about. Ursa having all these items. Doesn't have any lifesteal, but he's going into Roach. And they see the Dragonite follow him in. Ursa blinked into the Roach pit, so they didn't know what was happening. But with the Dragonite going in, they certainly know this is happening. And Mysterio, he does have the Slice of Fist to be annoying around the pit. But honestly, do they really care? Do they have enough of this? They do have Sandworms, and they throw them right in there. Give the vision. But the backline, Nico, as well as I know they're able to get into Ursa. He does manage to get the Aegis, but they kill the Dragonite. That's a very big kill considering how strong he was. They have the Winter's Curse. They've lost the Aegis on the Ursa, but they're not actually killing off the Night Stalker. And now Younggon, he seems he's been left by himself. But oh no, it's a nice Avalanche as well as the Impale, but they don't have any follow-up damage without their CK. And it looks like it's going to be team-wide. They might have got the Aegis, but they're losing their entire team as well as the Aegis for it. That's basically a 6-for-1 trade. The side of PJ Barracx, they certainly hit back
Dire's
hard.
structures are fortified.
So let's hope I caught some of that on the instant replay. Okay, so we see what happens after the Winter's Curse. My replay isn't long enough to get that
Dire's
initial
middle tower is
initiation,
under
but you can
attack.
see it's a big avalanche toss onto all of them, but they just don't have the follow-up damage. The Oracle, he used his ultimate on himself, so he's able to stay through it. They also have a Spirit Vessel for the side of PJ Barracx.
Dire's middle tower
Who has the
fallen.
Spirit Vessel already? They've got it on the Night Stalker, and he has a Midas as well. The Godlike looking to scale. Obviously, the Spirit Vessel, very good versus this Dragonite. It's just losing him in the pit so early meant he wasn't able... He's probably one of the main damage dealers with this Radiance for the side of NCGC, and him going down so early really left them in a bad position during that fight. But it looks like they smoked up here on the side of NCGC, but they weren't able to find anything. They might see Godlike, but behind him is the rest of his team. So I don't think you want to make that initiation. Unknown, however, happy to scout out, but not quite there to break the smoke. It looks like Ursa is the one they want. They didn't have any ward. They just have an idea where he's farming, and he blinks safety. He really figures what's going on, but with this sentry here, they're going to be able to kill off Unknown again.
Radiant's top tower is
He'll
under
happily
attack.
tank that smoke for his Ursa, but they're looking for more. Fire Fists. They don't have it. They go forward. Searing Chains just in time, cancelling the TP, and they're going to catch this Winter Wyvern.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under
We
attack.
hear a whole bunch of pings coming
Radiant's
for
middle
this,
tower is
trying
under
to defend
attack.
this tower, but they're not going to be able to do it. But Nico, he's taking a tier 2 of his own. Remember, Tiny, he pushes
Dire's
fairly
bottom
fast with this
has
tree gap.
fallen.
They use the ultimate in the top lane, but Younggon using his BKB to TP away. Well, PL don't steal Dragonite. He's not going to be as lucky. And this Dragonite, he's just going down again. Successfully picked up his Blink Dagger, but the Spirit Vessel, it's more than enough to eat through his regen. And it looks like they're looking for more in this top lane. They managed to find the Ursa. Ifrit, he's fighting up against them. They do kill the Shadow Shaman. Do they want to tangle with this Razor? They might do. Nico, he'll have the Avalanche Toss off cooldown fairly soon. But he's not pursuing for this Razor. So, big kills across the map, finding the 2 big cores for the side of NCGC. PJ Barracx, they
Dire's
brought this
top
game
tower
right back.
is under attack.
If we look at the net worth, we can see it swing into their favor after those kills.
Dire's structures
Gold
are
is a
fortified.
great conductor.
Dire's
And it
top
looks
tower
like that's
is
going to be
under
3
attack.
runes also in favor of the side of PJ Barracx. Everything for the last few minutes seems to have gone their way after that big roach fight.
Generation.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And honestly, I have to wonder, is the Dragonite's Radiance, the fact that he didn't go for Blink BKB, really working against them? It just feels as soon as he's picked up this Radiance, he's died a whole bunch of times, and his impact has been minimal. Next Assassin goes into his Vendetta form, has the Midas, try and scale. Are they able to catch anyone out? Ember Spirit, he does have this BKB. We saw it revealed before. So he's not really the best target to initiate now on, because you might not be able to complete your stun lock.
Invisibility.
Nico has the Echo Saber, so even more burst from him with that tree. See, finds Spaceman on the back lines. I think he is killable. blink forwards as well as into the drag form. Nice double avalanche toss as well as that impale. But with the BKB Emissary, do you have a defensive remnant? It looks like they're turning this all around. They want the Dragonite, but the Winter's Curse. Ifrit, he has his BKB, so he's not being affected by this, and he's able to pursue the Dragonite, and they've caught the Ursa. He wasn't able to use his ultimate. They're finding 3 buyback from unknown, but it's not going to do anything. What a turnaround. It looked like they were going to be able to find the Emissary as well, but with his BKBs, and on Ifrit as well as him, slight a bit so it does connect, and that's going to be a dead Tiny, even though he tosses the Razor back. And with that, they don't have creeps in this middle lane quite yet, but they're looking to siege the high ground. These recent fights with PJ Barracx have been amazing.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Unknown, they actually don't have a sentry for him, so if he wants, he can set up a big stun with the spike happen into the impale, but Nico, he's not there in time to follow up, so they're trying to stop this, but they're probably going to lose their next assassin as they do. Nico, avalanche, toss, it does connect onto 3, but with the Atos zoning him back, they've successfully taken a tier 3 tower, and that looks like all they wanted from the side of PJ Barracx.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Now with that tier 3 con, they're taking shrines, taking away that map control.
Dire's bottom shrine
Just
has
look
fallen.
at this net worth. It's deeper than a roller coaster. It looks like the sheer face of a mountain that NCGC have to climb. They were looking so good in the early game, but as soon as these BKBs came out, they've been able to turn these fights around, and now they're looking for more. They found the Dragonite on PL Dotes again. And they start to lean forward. The Winter Wyvern, the Winter's Curse, it's not quite enough. He did use his BKB, so he's going to be okay. But PL Dotes, he's had all his damage sucked away. They just had such a large amount of disables, holding him in place with the Atos, he wasn't able to escape. And now they're going for Rax. They have creeps coming through the mid lane. They know there's no Dragonite. They know there's no Ninja Assassin because he previously used his buyback. They are cutting the wave here with this Tiny, but I don't think it's going to matter. This looks like their first lane of Rax in this second game here from the side of PJ Barracx. Up he goes in. They have the Hex. This is a very dead Nyx Assassin. Silence up. Held down by the shackles. Are they going to move forward onto Young? It doesn't look like it, but they might try and take another tier 3. Especially with this Shaman Wars, they're level 17, so they're only level 2. They did a tiny bit more experience to get those level 2 walls, but Azur, he TP'd back to base, followed his Revenant in, and he's going to be the one. He's just going to zone Young God while the rest of his team takes their second set of Barracks. This game is surely looking over. Sight of Fist, Searing Chains. He does have the BKB on the Earth if he wants to use it, but being held back again. With that Atos, they've managed to zone this Ursa the entire time, and that's 2 full lanes of... I say full lanes, but 2 melee barracks in this range, looking very, very low. Over here, they have the Hex. Tiny, he's just been caught out, stealing his damages. Ifrit, using the Atos on the back line on the Wind Wyvern Nikos. He does manage to get that toss as well as the Avalanche, but that's 2 dead. And I think this is probably just going to be the game. Are they going to go for the throne? They can't actually go for Megas because this tier 2 still remains. BKB lead forward, size of Fist, Searing changes onto 2, and they lose the Dragonite again. Winter Wyvern, he buys like Arthur on Young God with his BKB. He's actually just TPing back to his fountain. He's able to make it, but that means his BKB is not being used to defend his throne this game. PJ Barracx, they bring it back from what looked like a bit of a rough laning stage. Winter's Curse, it's onto the Night Stalker, but I'm not sure they hit hard enough. But on this backline, Young God, he has bought a backer. He does manage to get 1 kill, but he's going to have to sacrifice his life for it. Young God, more like Young Death. And that is the entire team of NCGC down. Respawning is the Nyx Assassin. Is he going to try and dive the fountain? It looks like they are considering it. Nyx Assassin, he's a respawn. They haven't GG'd out quite yet, but surely they feel it's over. GG well played comes up. Going through into the next round is PJ Barracx, and we can watch the Ancient Fall right here. Thank you very much for that host, Crans. You'll see I said thank you in about 5 minutes. Bye.